Hey, I wanted to talk about something that happened to me. It's really some bullshit. So I came out to this beautiful, beautiful place where I live and I wanted to talk about it. So I worked for a company called Party City for 2 years and I climbed my way all the way up the ladder. I was assistant manager and I saw on Instagram an opportunity to work at a dispensary, a delivery driver job for a dispensary, and that's always been my dream. So I jumped on that immediately and I wrote them on Instagram and I said, I gotta be a part of this. I gotta come down right away. And so I come down there. It's like my day off from Party City. I work 40 hours at Party City. I come down for this interview at this dispensary down in Sacramento. And I'm like super excited. I'm like crossing my fingers. I hope I get it. And I get it. And they tell me that I have to leave Party City immediately. And basically that I just have to tell them that I quit. And so I'm like, wow, am I really gonna do this? And then I do, and I go in and I'm like, it's been good, but I'm leaving. This is my dream to work for a dispensary, work in this industry that helps so many people, and I'm just so excited for it. And I do, and I leave Party City, and I start working there, and I work there for a month, and I'm doing deliveries, and I'm working like 60 hours, racking up tons and tons of miles on this car that I just bought. Not really getting reimbursed for like the oil changes and the mileage and stuff on the car. And there's one thing about the company that I really don't like, and it's that I notice their concentrates, like their waxes and crumbles that you would use for dabbing and stuff, that they got from this company, Soul Remedy Extracts. They would have a bunch of different names on the menu on weed maps, and you would order one, and then they would just write whatever you wrote on a little label and put it on the weed itself. So that was like lying about the strain, and I didn't think that was right, because when it comes down to the strain, like each one does something different, and I didn't think it was right to lie about someone's medicine like that. So when I was coming home from a Gorillaz concert one day, I got in an accident and I crashed my car, and my car was totaled, and I was okay, and I was a little shook up about it emotionally and stuff. So when I called into work, basically I told them that I wasn't feeling good about like job stability, and how I didn't feel good about lying to customers about their concentrates. And I get a text back, not even a call, from the manager or the owner, and he's like, I hope you have a good time finding a new job. And I was just like, damn, I was just in a fucking accident, a car accident, and I'm like standing up for like, you're lying to customers, and I'm standing up for that, and then you fire me straight up with no warning, nothing. And I would mention the name of this company that did this to me, but when I got hired, they made me sign a non-disclosure thing about their business. So literally, if I mention them by name, they will sue me. I wrote a review on their weed maps, just to, like, one single review is not gonna affect their business or anything, just wanted to tell their customers. I write one review, they text me within minutes, like, remove that review or we're gonna sue you and revoke your medical marijuana license. I'm like, fuck, that is fucked up to say that you would do to someone. Like, you can't even, like, take away someone's medical license? It was messed up. And so that fell through, and I was looking for another job, and there was a Sprouts opening across from my house, like walking distance from my house where I moved. And so then I'm getting excited, and I'm like, okay, Sprouts, this could be fun. I worked at a place called the Fresh Market that was super similar. This could be great. I'm getting excited for it. I apply it. I get my interview. I get a phone interview, and then I go in for the second interview, and I'm interviewed by this lady. I'm not going to use her real name for this story. Let's call her Mandy. I'm interviewed by Mandy, and I feel like I walk out, I'm like, I got it. I got this. It's like a head cashier gig. It's like easy, just basic watching over cashiers as they do their thing. I'm like, all right, I'm stoked. New store opening. I get this job. I'm ready. And so I go to the store down in Sacramento, like the downtown store, to train before the store opens and like learn everything that I need to do and stuff. And I go down there with this girl. Let's call her Ashton. And so I go down there with Ashton, and she's going to be training for a head cashier position too, like me. And so we're training down there. I'm picking it up a little bit quicker than me. I'm picking it up a little bit quicker than her, and she notices and gets a little bit pissed at me. And so one day I come up to her, and I notice she's struggling with like counting a drawer, like register. And I walk up to her, and I'm like, can I help? I just noticed you might be struggling. I can help you. And she was just like, get Stephanie right now. And I was just like, whoa, snapped at me, like right quick, huh? And I was like, I can help you. Like, it's no problem. We're doing the same thing. We're in this together. It's like our job together. We're supposed to work together. And she was like, get Stephanie now. And I was like, okay, I'll let it go. And there was other things that she did like that, like the following days and stuff, that were like really, really mean. And she would like talk about me behind my back to this other guy. Let's call him Finn. And this other guy. And they would talk shit about me all day and give me mean looks when every day I would go home and smoke a joint and forget about every stupid thing that they said about me. And I would come in the next day and forget about it. And I wanted to be friends. Like, she took me home a couple days from work since I crashed my car. She took me home a couple days from work. And I wanted to be the greatest of friends with her. I gave her like a hug and thanked her so much, and just tried to talk to her about things that we had in common, like music and stuff like that. And so I really thought this person was going to be a good friend to me. And while one day when she's taking me home, I opened up to her about something, and it said I crashed my car. And that's not something I'm proud of. That's not something I am proud of at all, that I had a $20,000 car and I crashed it and totaled it. I opened up to her and I told her that. And the next few days just keep getting worse and worse. And she keeps talking shit about me behind my back. And like a couple weeks go by. It's only a month before this happens. But, so it's like the opening of the store. I'm just kind of trying to ignore the problem. I was trying to be friends with her, and then I just noticed like, it's not gonna happen. And so the store opens. It's like the second day. I come in, and I'm like closing 2 to 11. I'm like looking at the break schedule, saying hi to everybody coming in, making sure everything's like going good. And then I start hearing like people talking, the cashiers, like, oh, Ashton was talking to Mandy about you. Ashton was talking to Mandy, the manager, about you. I was like, what? About me? I didn't do anything at all to her. I never do anything at all to her. She keeps doing stuff and talking crap about me every single day. And so I'm like, I don't like hearing about this from people who work below us. It's like, I don't know. They shouldn't be like gossiping about them among themselves about people who are like supposed to be their managers, their supervisors. It's not right. And so I went up to her and I said, do you have a problem with me? I just want to like talk about it and try to work it out. And she denies it, and she goes, no, there's nothing at all. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh, I just heard that you went to Mandy and you said some things about me. And she was like, no, that didn't happen at all. And I was just like, okay, whatever. And I let it go. And so the next day, I come in, and I get called into the office. And Mandy sits me down with another manager, and she says, we heard there was a violent interaction that you had yesterday with Ashton. And I said, violent? Are you kidding me? She was talking about me to other people behind my back multiple times, and I was hearing about it from cashiers working beneath us. And I went up to her and I said, what is your problem with me? I didn't raise my voice. I didn't come at her violently at all. They said, she told me, and multiple people have told me, that you came at her violently and that there's a problem with you potentially with drugs, because Ashton had been spreading the rumor that I crashed my car on drugs, telling every single person in the store, until finally the manager heard that I'd crashed my car on drugs. So she's spreading this rumor about me and then spreading more lies about me to the manager, to finally a point where I just don't want to argue about it. They say we're going to talk to corporate about it, but basically you're suspended for now. I just don't even want to argue about it. At that point, I'm just like, fuck it. Forget you guys. I'm out of here. If you're going to be a manager who works on the basis of rumors and doesn't get the story from everyone, doesn't listen to anything, and you're like a fucking teenager going off these rumors. It was basic. It was basic and fucking dumb. I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even believe a manager of a fucking big ass store like that. Fucking Mandy. Ridiculous.